And it's all come down to this. Here we are in Game 5, guys. Mostacular here for Hyperion Television. Game 5 coming up now between WhiteRa and DeMuslim. We've seen 4 great games so far between them. And here we are in Game 5 on Scrap Station. So let's get right to the game. Bring up that production tab. Last game we saw WhiteRa do some interesting play with a Warp Prism early on. And the way it worked out, it didn't seem like it was going to be that useful. He lost the Warp Prism and an early Colossus there without doing any damage. It looked like he was going to be in some serious trouble, WhiteRa. But he was able to pull it back around really quickly, and DeMuslim committed too heavily to Vikings and was able to shut down the Colossus of WhiteRa, but it was just not enough, and he did end up losing that game back on Lost Temple, so now we're here on Scrap Station. I want to go ahead and thank you guys for watching this entire series. Hope you have enjoyed it. Keep checking back on Hyperion Television for more great stuff, and as always, I encourage you guys to check out Hyperion Radio, the podcast that myself, Harris, Wichigo, That Frood, Wonder, and Demorn all participate in. It's a lot of fun, and we have a good time with that, talking StarCraft and other games, so check that out as well. Back to the game at hand, DeMuslim looks like he's trying to hide all of his structures here. Supply depot off to the side there, barracks down here. Let's see if WhiteRa will fall for it. We did see DeMuslim try to hide his barracks on Kulas Ravine to some extent. We've seen some interesting kind of all-in builds from both players so far in this series. We've seen Dark Templars, we've seen all-in SCV Marine pushes. Warp Prism drops with the Colossus. What will game number 5 bring us here on Scrap Station? And as we said in game number 4, both players have always opened every single game standard as anything, really. Protoss player doing the usual pylon, gateway, assimilator, second pylon, refinery, supply depot, barracks, and orbital command coming all on time for DeMuslim, the Terran player, all 5 games. So both players opening very strong, obviously showing why they are some of the best players in StarCraft 2 today. Cybercore going down now for WhiteRa, kind of half-walling off his base there. Now sending his probe up top, perhaps to put a proxy pylon to defend himself, or checking more likely for any kind of proxy barracks. Scrap Station, of course, this little platform here, the site of countless cheeses. And there goes an excellent pylon there. As a Protoss player, there's no reason not to put a pylon there on your base. It allows you to scout units that are coming up through here, and it also allows you to warp in reinforcements to reinforce your army at this engagement, or to warp in behind if you're having a battle here defending. So just, no reason not to have a pylon there as a Protoss player here on Scrap Station. Wow, and a fast bunker from DeMuslim. The second barracks going down, lifting off that first barracks to put a reactor onto it. That bunker is going to stop any scouts from getting up into the base, most likely, so will we see any kind of air play? I would like to see some. I haven't seen any Stargate play from WhiteRa so far in this best of 5. Wouldn't mind seeing some WhiteRa play from him in this game. Let's see. No, interestingly, 1 gate robotics facility from WhiteRa, so maybe we'll see another WhiteRa play from him. As there are close air positions on this map, as always, the traversal distance on the ground is quite long. You can see the probe of WhiteRa kind of hanging outside the base there. And there's the first Stalker. Oh, that SCV might just get by. Will he get up into the base? There is a Zealot waiting. Let's see if that Zealot... Nope, the Stalker catches up, takes him out, so no scouting for DeMuslim. Ah, look at this WhiteRa. Gonna put a proxy pylon in the same position on his opponent's base, most likely. Back at the Terran base. Factory down. Factory is complete. Another gateway. Robotics facility just finishing up. Gateway, more gateways. Observer coming out from WhiteRa, actually chrono boosting out that observer, so he wants to get over there and see what's going on in his opponent's base. Starport here now going down. 2 starports, double starport from DeMuslim, so he is going to go air, and actually using the factory to scout. So yeah, he just built that factory as a leap pad for the starports. Is now going to use that beefy factory as a way to scout his opponent's base here, and the observer is going to spot that factory coming across the map here. So let's see if he starts positioning. Yeah, there he goes. WhiteRa probably going to position his sentries and stalkers to start chipping away at that factory as soon as it flies overhead. Although it's going to take them a long time to take it out. Here's a very fast observer from WhiteRa, and he's going to be very thorough. It's a guarantee that he's going to probably scout at least one of these starports, and there he is now, finding one. Sees the tech lab going onto it. Does he see the other, though? Not yet. Robo Bay going down now for WhiteRa back at his base. And looks like he might even fly over here and see that second starport. And as soon as he sees these 2 starports, he knows what he needs to do. We'll probably see, wouldn't be surprised if we didn't see another observer come down soon to respond to the potential of cloaked banshees. That factory is in red health now. It is going to burn to the ground now, so WhiteRa has dealt with that factory. So hopefully that won't come back to bite DeMuslim here, as he's kind of going all in with these banshees right now. And a Twilight Council coming down now from WhiteRa, as well as a natural expansion Nexus. Hopefully he's not overextending himself too much here. And now we see a Raven coming out from DeMuslim. So perhaps DeMuslim not going to go too far with those banshees. Not doing as much with the banshees as we thought. Forge going down now also for WhiteRa, so we're going to see some kind of blink play, charge, perhaps some kind of upgrades from the Forge. I'm super excited to see who's going to win this best of 5 series. I have not watched any of these replays. I didn't watch any of these replays prior to doing this, guys, so these have all been first-time viewings for me on these replays, and it's been a lot of fun catching these games, so I'm hoping this Game 5 shapes up well. There's a Banshee poking around, but WhiteRa ready for it. Oh, and a Templar Archives going down now, so we're going to see some High Templars coming from WhiteRa. Very cool. Natural Expansion Nexus just finishing up here in the next couple of seconds. No Command Center yet for DeMuslim, so he's not planning on expanding just yet. He's got a lot of Marines, a Raven, and more Banshees in production. No Cloak being researched, unless I missed it. Yeah, no Cloak yet from DeMuslim, interestingly enough. There's the Templar Archives, warping in 2 very fast High Templars, so they can start building up their energy as soon as possible. There's the Banshee now poking in. Oh, and he forced the cancel. I'm not sure what that was. Oh, perhaps it was just a cannon. Now building a cannon again. WhiteRa got that Observer on patrol. They're just checking things out. Really can't poke too far into the base now. That Raven will quickly reveal that Observer. Let's look at the unit tab here. Looks like it's 38 probes to 32 SCV. So income tab will show the Terran player is not too far behind because of mules, but at the same time the Protoss player is going to keep pulling ahead while he's on 2 bases like this. So back to the production tab, Psionic Storm is being researched, and there goes a Ghost Academy now for DeMuslim and a Command Center. Finally, he does need to take a Command Center expansion here. It's taking far too long. At this rate in the game, WhiteRa is going to get too far ahead in the economy unless DeMuslim expands here in the next few minutes, which he's obviously planning to do. WhiteRa does have a probe here. I'm surprised he has not put a proxy pylon up here yet. He's probably going to end up losing that probe before he can do so. Bunkers going down now for DeMuslim. More Templars warping in. Psystorm about 75% done. Needs to start researching that Hyperion amulet as soon as he can, though, so that way the Templars warp in with enough energy to use the Psystorm. Chrono boosting out Psystorm now. Good spread of troops by DeMuslim here, keeping his units spread out, getting those bunkers set up to take his expansion. Dancing with the Banshees here, the dance of the Banshees. Very alluring, very sexy. Command Center just finishing up now for DeMuslim. Oh, it looks like the Observer came in. There it goes, falling off into the abyss. That Raven did finally give it away. Still no research being done at the tech lab of the starports, but look at all of these Banshees. Perhaps banking on the success of those Banshees from game number 1, I believe. DeMuslim really committing to a lot of Banshees. Here's Ghost Academy increasing the starting energy of Ghosts right now. Double refineries down for DeMuslim. He realizes that he needs to be on 2 bases with gas here as soon as possible. Psystorm has finished for WhiteRa. Hyperion amulet about halfway out, being chrono boosted as well. Saturating that natural expansion. WhiteRa, excellent work. Oh, and here is a proxy pylon. WhiteRa does get a proxy pylon set up on that cliff up there, and DeMuslim kind of has not checked up there yet. It's kind of a mistake. Oh, here's a warp prism for WhiteRa. We're going to see a High Templar drop here and some storms on these SCVs, and he's not transferred over drones. Oh, he is transferring over some SCVs, so this might not be as